Welcome everyone to this episode on the Ultimate Sports TV. We are in week 3. The Browns are 1-1. The Rams are 2-0. Who do I think wins the game with the Browns and the Rams? I think it is the Browns. You can go check out what the Browns will need to do to beat the Rams in their game versus the Rams in one of my videos. Go check that out. There's a link. There will be a link in the description, and there will be a video in the end screen showing. But guys, there are 4 things we'll find out about the Browns versus the Rams in this game. Why will we find these things out? It's because the Browns will be tested. Their defense and offense will be tested because the Rams' defense and offense is just great. That's why they were in the Super Bowl last year. They were in the Super Bowl for a reason. I think the Browns have too much talent to not be close enough to beat the Rams. It's been 2 weeks. It takes a while to get chemistry, but the Browns look like they've got it. They just need to rush the ball with Nick Chubb more, use Jarvis Landry and Odell both at the same time. Don't use Odell more than Jarvis. Use them equally. But what is one of the 4 things we'll find out about the Browns versus the Rams? Well, that's their offensive identity. If they're being tested offensively and they have a huge defense coming at them, they're going to need to find a way to work it out. I think pushing that defense, pushing the Browns and making them pay for all of their mistakes and pushing the Browns, because this Rams defense is great and they're going to make teams pay for whatever they do. I think that having the Rams there will test the Browns offensively. Once you see this, the Browns will start to figure out what the Rams defense is doing, and they'll start something going, which is something they might do in other games. They'll find their schemes because offensive identity, because they are being tested by a wonderful team. They're being tested offensively. We're seeing what they can do by good defenses. We're seeing what they can do in a playoff matchup. And that's when it all matters, really. How you get to the playoffs and when you get to the playoffs. We'll see the Browns find their offensive identity in this game because they're playing a great team. The second thing is how great their defense really is. Their defense have been great the past 2 weeks versus the Titans and the Jets. They were very underrated versus the Titans. You guys may think the Titans may have 42 points because of their defense, but no, it was because of the 3 interceptions that Baker Mayfield threw. Their defense was outstanding, especially versus the Jets. They're playing a great offensive team in this matchup in week 3, so their defense is going to be tested. This game is really a test for the Browns to see if they really have all of the goods. You can count out week 1 because this is their first game together. You can't blame them for not knowing how to play together, and they haven't even learned how to play together yet. They've been in practice, OTAs, training camp, a few practices in certain weeks. They have had 2 regular season games together. It's time for them to get it together, and seeing the Rams on that schedule has to pump them up somehow. Their defense, we'll see who they really are. We know they have great players on their defense, but against a great offensive team, we'll see who the Browns defense really is. And we'll also, a number 3 thing is we'll see how great the Browns offense is versus great defenses in the league. This league has a lot of great defenses. We'll see how Baker Mayfield, how accurately he can throw. He can just throw it up to Odell and Jarvis, and they'll catch it. He just has to throw it the right way. And we'll see how their offense works versus the Rams. One thing that this offense needs to do is utilize Nick Chubb a lot. We know he's a great running back. Use him to his best abilities. I feel like that they have Odell. They're throwing it to him too much. They know what he can do. They're excited to see what he can do. But again, you have a great running back in the backfield, and you need to use him. We know he's great, so use him. Once you do that and balance off your offense, we can see how great this offense is. We can't just see throws all the time. We want to balance out the offense. The Browns have to bring that back, their play action pass offensive identity in this game. They have to find it and bring it back some point in this season. It gives the wide receivers more time to run the routes, more time to run better routes, and make a good start. Make these defenders make a mistake, trick them, make them go out of their mind and do something they shouldn't. That's what the Browns offense should be doing. That goes along also with offensive identity, bringing back the play action, making defenses turn their heads or miss something or make a mistake. This is what the Browns have to do in this game. Just find their offensive identity. I think they will, and I also think we'll see how great their offense is. Versus a great defensive team, I think we should see the best out of the Browns. And the fourth and final thing that we should see in this game is if the Browns are really a legitimate NFL Super Bowl and playoff favorite. This is a Super Bowl team, again, that was in the Super Bowl last year. So if you can see them win this game, which I think they will do, everyone will be clicking on the Browns. We'll see a 2-1 record for them. All the haters that were on the Browns will start saying, oh, hey, the Browns are a good team. You guys should have already saw that, because their struggles aren't going to continue like this when they have such a great offensive team and a great defensive team. There's no way that's going to happen. There's no way they're not going to make a playoff spot. There's no way that this team is 8-8, 9-7, because they have about 5 to 7 great players on offense and defense. We should see that the Browns are really a legitimate NFL favorite in this game. And I think we will see that, guys. That was our fourth and final thing. Well, those were the 4 things I think we'll see from the Browns on Sunday.